Oh, hello. This is Team Havok with another deck list. This is my Vayu Turbo deck for the March 2011 ban list. The reason why I say 2011 March is because we don't know what next format will bring us. So let's get started. One card trooper because you can mill up to 3 cards from your deck to the graveyard to make it a 19 beater, and so you can mill your targets like Vayu, Soroku, and Play Spreader and Necro. And also when he's destroyed sent to the graveyard, draw a card. 2 Armageddonized. Because when it's normal summon or special or even flip summon, you could dump a dark monster to the grave. So you could dump one of your Vayus or Sorokus or anything else that you need in grave. 2 Dark Greffers. Just like Armageddon Knight, you could discard a dark monster to send a dark monster from your deck to grave. Reason why I'm running 2 is because 3, what I realized when I was watching other videos is that there's a possibility that the 3rd Dark Greffer or the 3rd Armageddon Knight will be a dead draw. So I run it with reinforcements of the army, so I can search it out if I don't draw these. I run 2 Raikus because they're good. You get to destroy a card on the field when it's flipped face up and middle top 3. So in this deck you have a big possibility of milling Vayu or Soroku or even a Play Spreader. So yeah. 3 Vayus. Basically this is the base of the deck. Remove from play a Soroku or a Elephant with a Vayu to special summon a Blackwing Synchro. By the way, if anybody has a Ultra Vayu for trades or sell, just hit me up. I'll put my information down at the bottom of in the description. 3 Sorokus, so you could pump your synchros, your Blackwing synchros, to get over powerful monsters. And also it's pretty good. You don't control monster, you just normal summon, and it's a good beast deck. Move on. 1 Elephant, so you could go for Armor Master quicker. Yeah, it's a pretty good card. Or if you currently control another Blackwing, you just normal summon, and when it's normal summon, you can change the battle position of one of your opponent's monsters. So yeah, you can switch to defense position. Necro, because you run so many cards that you could dump it in the grave. Dump it to the grave. So yeah, so that's how you run it. You just run, it's a good card, even though it's at 1. Still a pretty good card. 1 is enough. 1 Gale. It was a Gale because you run Blackwing, so you could just special summon to sync with it. So for example, if you normal summon Soroku, you could just special summon to go for an easy 8. Plague Spreader because it's a good tuner. You can special summon from the grave, but just top decking. Top decking is one card, and you can go for anything else that you need, like a Stardust or Radar Stream. So basically what I'm doing is it gives you more of a variety, so you can sync, not just I feel that I'm only obligated to sync for Blackwing Synchros. No, you can sync for Black Rose, you can sync for Scrap Archfiend, Brionic, and etc. 2 D.T.G. Crows You may ask why two D.T.G crows? Because this is the format for it. Since people are running a lot of cards that target graves, especially like frog monarchs that you that they use Pot of Everest. So you just take away one of the targets and pretty much negates Pot of Everest. Also for Doppel Warriors, for synchro decks basically that run Pot of Everest. One effect variator for Monarchs and for Black Rose and such. For effects to activate when it's summoned on the field. And he's a 1-star tuner, so I wouldn't advise you using this as a tuner because this card is better in hand. It's such a waste if you sync with it. You should only sync with it if you know you have game. One Gores, because Gores is a staple card in any deck. If you don't have any cards on the field, you summon it when you take battle damage. And Gores is known as a game changer. One Tragodium, just in case I have Vayu and such in my hand. So I could discard Elfen to the grave to take control of one of my opponent's 6-star synchros. And also, it's a beast stick when you have a lot of cards on the field. And once again, it gives you more opportunities to sync for different variety of synchros. One morphing jar because in this deck you have no hand. You're always left with no hand. And this card speeds the deck up. Dark Arm because you run darks, and for me this is a staple in any dark deck. Yeah, and it's one of my favorite cards. Love Dark Arm. Foolish Barrier, so you can dump one of your targets if you don't get your Raiku's, Card Troopers, Armageddonites, and Greffers. Return for different dimension. So you could return your Vayus and your Sirocco's and Elfen. So you could remove from play again to summon more Black One Synchros. Monster Reborn, staple. Monster Reborn, one of your monsters or your opponent's monsters, even tuners, so you could think. Book of Moon, one book because we can only run one. I like it when we used to be able to run up to 3, but it's still good at 1. Not as efficient as it was at 2 or 3, but it still works. So it's not as powerful. One Dark Hole, just in case you need to clear the field. Reinforcements of the army to search out your Armageddonites, Dark Greffers, or you could even search out your Necros. You could discard it with Dark Greffer. You could even do that. Lord Darkness for draw power. Giant Trune, so you get the upper hand, so nobody would warning your synchros or bottomless or deep prisons. Return for a different dimension because you remove so many monsters. So it's like, for me, it's a staple in remove from play decks. It helps you swarm. And yeah, Solemn Judgment to negate any traps, magics, or summonings, except it doesn't negate gores or anything that happens during the damage step. So yeah, 1/7 tools. This is replacing one deck devastation virus. Because this helps me get the advantage. So when I'm swarming the field or when I'm about to have game, it's a lifesaver. Simtool is a lifesaver, and I've seen so many other decks run it, and it runs perfectly. So I gave it a try, and it worked. I went 3-1 at my locals. So yeah, 2-dimensional prisons to get around Stardust, Shooting Star, anything that you need, that you want to get out of the way. One deck, Devastation Virus. So you could get rid of battle fairs, tuners, and such. Since you run so many darks, especially Soroku, you can just normal summon Soroku or even set it and activate this card. So yeah, so tribute one dark monster with 2,000 or more attack, and check your opponent's hand, all monsters your opponent controls, and all cards they draw until the end of your opponent's third turn. After that card's activation, destroy all monsters with 15 attack or less. So yeah, pretty good. Turns tribute when you're used for if your opponent summons the field, you could just nuke the whole field. One Mirror Force. Mirror Force is great. Attack you, destroy your opponent's face up. Attack position monsters. One Icarus, only run one because this is more of a personal preference. I side deck the second Icarus. And oppression, since Vayu can't be oppressed, then this is good. So you go press your opponent's synchro monsters, and they cannot press your Blackwing synchros. Moving on to the extra deck. I don't run Shurshala because I don't run Trish because I don't have it, and it costs too much money right now. So this is the I'm using this for in the meantime. Still a good 9-star synchro. One Silverwing, one Colossal Fighter, one Red Archfiend, one Stardust, one Black Rose, 2 Armor Masters. 2 Armor Masters because 3 you don't really go for 7 that much with Vayu. 1 Scrap Archfiend, just in case you wanna not sync for a Blackwing synchro, and you want something that's a beater, get over Stardust. 3 Blackwing Armwing. 3 because you go for 6s so quickly in this deck. 1 Brio, Great Synchro. 1 Gaia, the Force of Earth, because it's a beast stick and it's still one of the highest level 8, not level 8, level 6 synchro. This is my replacement for Goy Guardian. And 1 Catastor to get rid of X-Saviors, plants, anything that's not dark. So that's my whole Vayu turbo deck. Comment, rate, subscribe. We sub back, and if you have any Ultra Vayus for trades or for sale, just hit me up at my email. I will post it down in the description. This is Team Havok once again, and bye.